Adult settings.
Elk Grove Live.
That's all I have to do. That's it. All right. Buzz talk.
Shit.
It's Wednesday, right?
Yep.
It's Wednesday.
The Humpty
Baby.
Dance is the prince.
Baby, come on. It's Wednesday.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Ow, do the what?
Do the Humpty Hump. The Humpty Dance.
Humpty Dumpty dance?
Yeah.
Doesn't Humpty Dumpty fall off the fucking wall?
Humpty
Break
Dumpty
into a million
is
pieces?
like us. We're both.
Crap. Just call me Humpty Dumpty back. Humpty Dumpty back. Hello, everybody, on Wednesday. How's your Wednesday going? Terry? Don is here. I just heard you played a video with the Blink 182 song.
Huh?
Did you have a video with the Blink 182 song?
No, sir.
Every time I'm Nope.
Nope.
I think I heard it.
Nope.
And somebody else added it. I think it was maybe one of your phony accounts. They added a better song to your video.
Maybe. Maybe they're helping me. Who knows?
Well, they're helping you on their own channel.
Oh.
It's your name. Are you gonna? I mean,
Am I not in it?
I don't know. Are you in it? Did I still go up on Monday night? I did. But what happened with that? Primo talk. It's hard for me to see it. Is my back was wrenched, so consuming that alcohol, which kind of deadened the nerves. I paid the price for it, not with any kind of hangover, but with my back wrenched out the next day. So I have a pillow here right now. I did pick myself up, Amber. I got up and it was a rough night. It was a rough night that night from my back.
No, she said pick up after yourself.
Oh, thank you, Amber. I will. I will start picking up. All that's a bunch of crap. I, of course, pick up after myself. That's when Danielle can't find some content. She runs around, sprinkles stuff over the kitchen, and says, well, Dan's been at it again. I mean, I couldn't even get to the kitchen last night. Yet she found some kind of chronicle. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but it was my cheese, right?
Oh, you're so busy you couldn't watch the whole thing?
Well, I mean, I got it once or twice, but...
Yeah, and you left a mess in your once or twice.
What
were you doing with the cinnamon and the sugar?
That was simple. I made some toast with cinnamon sugar.
But that was out. You didn't put it back. See how that works?
It might have. My God, are you really? I am so sorry to put you out for that half second. I mean. And then you had cheese. You had to pick the sugar up and move it 3 feet. Is that what we're talking about? And that was video worthy.
Yeah.
Look, I have to move this can from here.
I mean, watch the video. There. You'll see what you left behind.
I'm going to make a video about it.
You'll see what you left behind.
I saw that. I know what I left behind.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't me. Saw it on the kitchen counter. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Purple Pride says, quit complaining. Are you a Minnesota Viking fan? Is that where we get Purple Pride? I'm guessing. Or something else.
And oh my God, you stop complaining.
I was able to ignore the comment because...
No, you didn't. You read it and then you re-sparked that trigger.
I just saw something that triggered me more, the Purple Pride, because that's got to be those Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. But you read their idiotic comment. Yes, but you still read it. And so I saw it and then it put me back there again. So I had to say that.
Put you back where?
Oh my God.
Purple people, or is it that smart?
Nobody was complaining. We were just totally sitting here talking.
There's that affectation again.
You just came in here and said,
we were
complaining. We weren't complaining.
Only rich people
were complaining.
And teenagers talk like that. And we know you're not rich because you're sitting here on a Wednesday night talking to people on TikTok. So, and we know you're not a teenager just looking at you. So please, knock it off.
No, he's not here.
Loud enough. If you haven't seen the show, it's a great show.
Keep going. Did you see what Money Maker said to you?
What did Money
AA is a non-profit organization. Keep going, Sal. No comment.
As Danielle's posse gets warm and they start firing back.
That's your posse. Moneymaker?
Moneymaker's a Pittsburgh fan.
Yeah, but I mean, you act
He loves to stick it to the Niner fans. Are you kidding me? Any pain you can inflict on a Niner fan is like, it feels good. It's like euphoric. It's not a mic. It's a ultra. It's and I hate pushing beer on here, but it's the lowest calorie I can find.
We hate pushing all the things we do that are
We hate pushing all of our bad habits. That's true. I don't want to share my bad habits.
We only want to talk about all the
good things that we do. We all the charitable work that we do. By the way, again, I'm walking in September for Alzheimer's, speaking of charity. Whoever wants to walk, send me a DM early so I can try and organize some teams and see how many people are going to show up.
When you said star, I thought you were talking about Andrew.
She pulls the thing out to talk to one person. But I'm also going to try and get some people, like some local newscasters, to walk with us. So there might be some fun people. So if you want to join, please send me a DM and I'll forward it to the Alzheimer's people and try and have them, set up however many people are going to show up and walk.
I thought you were totally talking about
Andrew being the
star, not the membership star.
Watkins, more cowbell. You must have watched the Saturday Night Live thing. I just watched that documentary. Gotta have more cowbell. My name is Bruce Dickinson. Yep, that's right. The Bruce Dickinson. And when I'm not sleeping or eating, I'm making gold records. I can't do Christopher Walken. I mean, anybody who can do Christopher Walken.
I don't even know who the hell you just sounded like.
I'm doing Dana Carvey doing Christopher Walken.
He says as long as his pants are on, he's making gold records.
As long as my pants are on, I'm making gold records. But what I need
but don't say
is
that.
more cowbell.
Because that's not how he says it.
And the funniest part of that skit, and I saw it on the documentary, is that when you're watching the middle section, when Walken's supposed to be in the back, you can see him looking through the glass, watching what's happening with Will Ferrell and the rest of the cast, and you can see Walken's laughing out of character because he doesn't think he can be seen by the camera, but he's laughing at what the other people are doing before he comes back out. I gotta have more cowbell. Colin, I saw the same thing. Christopher Walken is not happy about that skit. Because now
we've been watching
people whenever they go watch anything that Christopher Walken's in, people bring frickin' cowbells. And so he's like, he didn't even appear on the program because he's like, I ain't doing anything to, get more cowbells at whatever my appearance is.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
I've been making him watch it because I've been watching it.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Stop saying it like that.
How do you want me to say it?
Well, it's not. Just don't even. Oh my God.
I have such a supportful staff here. I mean, it's great to work with you. It really is. I mean, I get shot down in the mid-performance. Cut it out. I'm trying my best to entertain, and
but that's
I'm
the
reminded
antithesis
that
of.
I don't even give me time to fail on my own. I fail right here before it even gets out.
I know. I need to get him done.
Grandpa's doing fine. He's silent and munching right now. He's eating.
Maybe next week.
It was supposed to be woodblock. It was originally written as woodblock and not cowbell. I don't mind the Browns, Avery. I mean, after the Niners, there's the Raiders, and then every team is equal. I like different teams. The Browns I like the Broncos sometimes. I like the Eagles sometimes. I like Kansas City sometimes. It just depends. I mean, the teams I hate, like Dallas and LA, those are going to be my nemesis. And now Kansas City is quickly ranking up there.
Lair's here.
Hey, Lair. Happy Wednesday, Lair. Is that Lair or is that a different Lair?
That's Lair.
Oh, I mean, 82.
Yeah, he's young. We have some young followers.
He was born in 82?
Yeah.
That was like sending out an SOS, sending out an SOS. I hope that someone gets
Kylie.
mine.
I was going to text
I
you.
hope that someone gets my message in a bottle.
Hi, PS.
Message in
Hi,
a
Christy.
bottle. 2001. Wow, that's like this century. Holy shit. That person's not even 25 yet. 92. That's young to me. I was in freaking law school in 92. Thank you very much. Can I ask Danielle, can you be kinder to my dad, please?
Okay, I'll think about it.
Got it. Thank you so much for that. I hope that we see some follow through with that. Am I going to watch the Oscars? I would probably set out to watch the Oscars, whether it happens or not. It depends on what comes up, but I like to watch the Oscars.
I don't.
I mean, I haven't seen any of the movies. That's the problem. Who goes to movies anymore?
Nobody.
You just sit at home and watch Netflix.
Well, for one person, it's like $30 to go to the movies at this point.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's like $100 by the time you bring two people.
I remember when it was $1 at the Plaza Theaters, $1.
Well, okay.
I mean, you go and watch like the
Yeah, in
Goonies for $1.
1967. I mean, come on.
That was in the 80s. The Goonies for $1.
Yeah, I don't like the award shows
after
anymore.
4
I
years.
think they're just all pretentious and
First year teacher, congratulations. That is,
Oh,
in my
you
opinion,
go
the
to
greatest
matinee.
profession
Do
is
they
teaching.
even have matinee anymore?
For those of you that can do it, I certainly can't.
For those of you who can teach.
HR, I am pretty much retired. I will never be fully retired, but I am, for the most part, retired. I seem to be working more than I have when I wasn't retired, but I'm doing a lot more now. Yeah, we had buck movies, Kelly. You could go in there and just, if you wanted to kill an afternoon, go to the Plaza for $1. Can't beat that with a stick. Not with a stick.
Hardest parts of the day with Ed is afternoon. About 2:30, anywhere from between 2:30 and 3:30.
Daisy, thank you for what you did.
That's when it gets hard.
Thank you. Some of the biggest regrets I have, I write poetry. Some of you might know that. And some of them have a few views on social media. And I had a teacher respond to something and I said, thank you for responding, because what I regret the most is that my two favorite English teachers, Mr. Josens and Mr. Haggerty, are both dead from high school. And they're the reason that I wrote. They gave me a little inkling of hope in my high school, but I basically failed out of high school and thought I was stupid. And yet these two English teachers thought they saw something and they gave me an inkling of hope, which didn't really sprout. The seeds they planted didn't sprout for 20, 25 years, but
Dan's seed sprouted at like 40.
I started writing about 40. 40. Your science teacher? A teacher saves everybody. I mean, teachers are so valuable, and they continue to have value throughout your life. I still remember so many of my teachers.
Dan's
retired teacher here, first grade. Chris, you would have been my teacher because I didn't learn to read till very late. I had slow neurological
Friday.
development.
It comes out tomorrow. No,
Andrew
it comes out Friday.
Did buy his game. He got enough, I think, to buy his game. Thank you for whoever gifted Andrew on Monday.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
I think it comes out Friday, but you can.
Amanda, I didn't see the question. It's not that we're ignoring it.
Don't even respond to
I'm just so people know, I don't see probably 80% of the questions. Even if they're sitting there, it's hard to read while I'm formulating answers. And so it's
my
not
brain.
that we're
My
ignoring
brain works quicker.
it. Some questions I ignore, but usually it's not that I'm ignoring the question.
You just can't multitask very well.
Ow, what?
You can't multitask.
I can multitask.
No, you have trouble.
Okay. I'm not a multitasker and I have trouble, guys, so bear with me. I'm glad that I have my wife because I wouldn't even know that I had these flaws. I mean, think about that. I'd go through life thinking I'm a multitasker. I'd walk in, make promises I couldn't keep. But thank God my wife keeps me grounded.
You're welcome.
You know, you can't do that. You can't do that.
You're
and
welcome.
It keeps me out of so much trouble.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you so much for keeping me grounded.
You can give me a kiss right here.
Oh, thank you. My back hurts, so I can't get
No,
over
let
there.
me get close.
Yeah, you-
Ow, my back hurt.
Oh, there you go. Ow! Son of a bitch. That hurt. Oh, you're welcome, Larry.
Even
I'm a
Mark
single
says
dad.
you're a single
Oh, give it
tasker.
up, Mark. You know I'm not a
Mark
single
knows.
tasker.
He's been with you your whole life. He knows. Thank you, Mark.
But I achieve that task, whatever it is. That's true. I when I focus, I have ADHD, and when I do focus, I'm locked in. I can't, if you're walking around, I tell Danielle, when I'm doing something, if she's vacuuming or walking around, I just lose it because I can't have any distractions. 12 ultras a night. Listen, I drink usually less than 2 per live. We did a 3-hour live and I drank 3 beers and another half of something and I was gone. I don't have that kind of tolerance anymore. I can drink, maybe 2 in a normal night in the course of about 2 hours.
But why are you explaining yourself?
I don't know. I just am.
I know.
Someone asked a question. I just answered
It's
it.
just weird that people question you on your...
People question us on everything.
Yeah, but that you respond to it.
I respond to it because I'm drinking on camera, so it's fair. It's fair game.
You left all these cameras.
Oh man, take a look at your life. You're a lot like I am.
What the hell?
Oh, we got someone in North Carolina from Lake Norman. I'm not sure where that is in North Carolina.
Hey, come on. Come on back.
Thanks, Mike. That's a good way to do it. Save a little bit of time.
Sit.
That's good.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, your tolerance goes. When you get old and you start cutting back, it's not like you can just race back there. And not that I ever would want to, because I don't miss those days waking up after a lot of alcohol. I don't miss those days at all.
Where's that?
How you doing, Northern Ireland and Arkansas? Thanks, MC. I'm trying to. Happy Wednesday. I just answered a YouTube question over there. The Bengals, I love the Bengals. You gave us 2 Super Bowls. Brian, I love the Bengals. And that's why Chris Collinsworth hates the frickin' 49ers. Have you ever heard him do a game? If you ever watched me watching a Chris Collinsworth game, you wouldn't recognize me. I mean, all I do is I bag on Chris Collinsworth because he's pissed at the Niners. 2 Super Bowls he lost. I mean, that's a tough one. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you like the vids. Thanks for watching.
Stay.
Jen, I grew up in the Bay Area, but we're in the Sacramento area now.
Stay. Don't you.
Yeah, Brian, he's definitely a hater.
Stay.
Ron Simpson. Tell me a little more about him.
Ron Simpson.
I cannot read. I assume that's Spanish. If someone could translate that.
Ed's Challenge.
I mean, it's actually doable in here tonight. There's a few less people that are normally in here, and they're not speeding by that fast.
Oh, sorry, it's not Mom.
Yeah, that's hard,
Hi,
Mom.
MC.
It's hard to do it from, from far away. How you doing in Manchester? A lot of England is in here tonight.
Sorry, Jade.
McClellan, Texas, how are you doing? We have McClellan Air Force Base out here in California somewhere.
Oh, Sandra said that. Look, your interactions, Dan. That was nice.
Sandra, thank you. Those kind of comments really are my favorite. People who somehow have improved their own situation or are doing the same thing or it's helped them in some way with their own parents. Those are the most rewarding comments I see. So thank you for that. Pop is not sleeping. He's eating.
His mom, oh my gosh, Vorney, try it right now. His mom's doing great.
Yeah, she
Vorney
is.
also
Thank you.
tried the espresso one. It's really good. Hi, Sades.
I try to be normal.
Hi, Tammy. What's
Joseph,
normal?
I don't know, but I try and be it. I'm just myself. I can't really, I don't know if it's normal, but I have an easier time communicating on this kind of forum than I would talking one-on-one, that's for sure.
Oh, really?
Nobody knows who you're talking
Shauna,
to when you say,
I'm going
really.
to tell you, the espresso one's really good. Try the espresso one.
Somebody made a comment about one of those butterball things.
It's a buzzball, not a butterball.
B of A, that's awesome.
Yeah, normal is the setting on a
Taking
washing
care
machine.
of, I mean, solidarity, bump.
Hi,
Taking
lady.
care of someone. Waltham.
Hi, Eloise.
That's
How are
in
you?
Boston. Waltham, is that Harvard? I think Harvard's over there.
Dan calls them butterballs.
Rose is.
I know. Thanks,
some
Cookie.
some campuses over there.
Butterballs. Are you ready for a...
I have not looked up the nitrate loss. Are you talking about nitrates like they put in hot dogs and stuff? The meat preservative?
Dan's account. Let's get to tapping. Tap, 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 tap. We have some Buzzball for Dan to drink.
Again?
Yep. So, what do you want to...
I have not all I've had eaten today is a little corn, an orange, and a half a banana.
No, Jay, I haven't tried the 818 tequila. Dan.
You're watching Schitt's Creek. I mean,
Okay,
I've never seen it, but the name is
if you get up to
intriguing.
50,000, he'll take a shot at this espresso martini.
No, not there'll be 50,000 in 3 seconds.
Well, and then we'll go up again.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
I am okay. Then you drink it.
I already
worry
had.
about it.
I had some.
I don't even like the way that looks.
It looks like a Coke. You love Coke.
Caroline, you can stop if your finger's hurting. You have permission to stop for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. When I get on and I have other people, I tap my heart out, man. Because I know people do it for me, and I sit there and I just tap, 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 tap. And when often I'll get people who comment on it.
It is chowing.
He's enjoying that. 818 tequila. Ouch.
That's Kylie Jenner's brand.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that looks god awful. I mean, that really looks god awful.
No, it's not. It's coffee.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, would you want to drink something that looks like that?
Yeah. 50,000, you guys. Come on.
It's not 50. I said 75.
Hey, you can't
I need
change
a
it
little more
after.
time.
Oh, jeez. Hi, Colleen.
Oh boy. I'm already starting to feel it in my mouth from Monday. I mean, I haven't even had half a beer, and my mouth is starting to get. I'm Pavloving out right now.
Do you need a towel
I don't need a towel.
to wipe your
But I am
saliva?
Pavloving.
Uh-oh, it's coming up right now.
I have 75 because they do that too quick.
Hi, Millie.
Mills is hungry. Mills is at the door right now.
Hi, Mills. No, she's
I
just
can't
saying
show.
hi.
Why don't you show her? She's at the door.
No, because you can't really see her.
All right. She doesn't want to show you the pig, but the pig is standing right by the door here at the dog door.
No, she'll
And-
put her face in sometimes.
She puts her face through the dog door.
Oh no.
She is Millie. That's my pig. Millie pig, she is my Millie pig. My hungry pig, my silly pig.
She didn't even wag her tail on that. What? Well, she just said,
Already almost at 6:30, almost at 7:05.
yeah.
Thanks for joining, Trent. Is that Trent Coate? Trent Connor.
Trent.
All right. The pig is not Bacon, Josie. Bacon is other pigs, not Millie. I mean, imagine if you had a horse that's a pet, or I guess horses don't work. What if you had Ferdinand as a pet? You know, a cow that you just love. Are you going to eat the damn thing? Remember Wilbur, right? Wilbur was saved.
Hi, Dr. V. Open your throat, Dan. It's simple.
We're not there yet.
You're almost there, so take some.
You guys can take a break from tapping, for God's sake. You're going to tap yourselves
Okay,
out.
you're over it. He's gonna make these
It
sounds.
smells.
It's coffee.
I mean, it's coffee with caffeine?
No, there's no caffeine in it.
Okay, screw it. Get me a different one.
Okay.
I'll do one. I'm not backing out, but I'm not drinking an espresso ball.
No, but I don't think it's is it real?
Espresso.
It's natural flavors.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's espresso.
I don't know if it is or not.
Go get me a different ball.
You want a different?
I'm not drinking coffee. I'm not drinking a shot of espresso right now. I won't sleep for 3 days.
It's not espresso. Can somebody do the nutritional value while I take care of Ed? Leave it there. No, we don't pick that out. We put it in here. And
Are you 100% sure there's no caffeine? PXMP.
Yeah.
Yeah, sensitive. I can't barely even reach over there and look.
Hold on. But wait. Just wait. I want you to finish what's in your mouth.
Espresso. Thank you for that. I didn't know that. I've been saying espresso my whole life. I didn't realize. I knew how it's spelled, but thank you for that. I learn a lot on here every day. I learn so much. Espresso. And now I'm not going to ever order it because that's like, can you get an espresso, please? It's like too, hoity-toity. It's like it's a rich person's drink.
Well, we gotta take it away. We aren't rich.
She's gonna bring I'm trying to reach for this thing here. You can see me crawling my fingers so I don't use my back.
Finish what's in your mouth first, please.
Frick, that's small writing.
No, here, take your pills. Yeah. Hold on, and move your hand. Move your hand.
Premium vodka, coffee, and natural flavors. I'll do mine. I'm not backing out, but I can't do that. I gotta do a regular one. How you doing, Oakville? Espresso has more caffeine. It's called Buzzball Cocktail Espresso Martini. I mean, it's not a bad idea. If I was going out and I was going to be up till midnight or something, I would do it. But you got to realize 35 milligram, 55 milligram, no way. I mean, right after I'm on here, I'm in bed. It's literally that quick. I eat and I'm in bed. How you doing in the Jersey Shore? Do you know Coco or whatever the hell her name is? What's her name?
Snooki. Polly.
Snooki. Do you know Snooki? She's gonna get another ball.
What?
Look at all that caffeine.
There's caffeine in it?
Yeah, there's caffeine in it. What do you think when you drink a Buzzball espresso martini?
Well, it doesn't.
Just pour it in your thing there.
No, I don't want all of this.
She's pouring out my $5 thing But I did not mind those green ones, man. They weren't bad. They were sweet enough for me to. They're highly caloric, but Colin, I can't repeat that, Colin. My dad is actually fine today. If you watch, I did a video. I think I put it on YouTube because it was over 3 minutes, but it was my first contact with my dad. And I walked in on him this morning. He was going through his wallet looking for things, and he's, I got no freaking money. Very similar, but when he's looking through his wallet, that's usually a good sign. He's what's going on in my life? He's trying to figure it out in the morning, and I captured it. It was a pretty decent video. Debbie, people are telling me, I'll drink the damn other one right here. And you guys are still tapping away. I appreciate that. How you doing in Washington State? Here it comes. Here comes my ball.
Your ball.
There's like 2 balls it's someone's PS. Is PS in here?
PS is in here.
PS, you sent me a video with that children's book. Holy shit. That was incredible. It was about 2 balls. It was hilarious from an adult standpoint. It was, you'll have to check it out. But you can, all right, here goes. Thank you for the taps.
Oh, that one? No more then, because I already had one, and then I had a little bit of this one.
That went down way too easy. Cheers. Way too.
Hi, Bobby.
Way too easy.
It's good. They're not bad.
which is not good. When they're not bad, that means it's not good because you can
Yeah,
probably
I
drink
stopped.
a lot of that.
I stopped because I don't want that much.
It is a school night.
I had one, and then I opened it for Dan.
Roland, I've always had a good relationship with my dad. Always. Even when I wouldn't see him for long periods of time. I mean, I was always welcome, right? I mean, always felt at home at my dad's house, even though it wasn't really my home anymore. But that house with my dad and Janice, I always felt comfortable and welcome, and it was almost like being at home. So it was a very nice environment.
The weather was nice. It was, Dr. B, I think it was like 71 degrees today. It was beautiful. Hi, Bren. How are you?
Do my siblings take turns?
This is the margarita.
No, it's not. That's impractical. I mean, Mark really helps me a lot. Like Danielle's gone a lot, right? She takes off. She goes to watch games. She's going to Vegas. When she's not here, Mark is a champ. I mean, he knows I like to walk every day. He cares about my health. So he will come over and bring lunch usually just to let me walk, in addition to everything else he's doing. Mark being my brother, Mark Salinger.
Hi, Madison.
He was on here earlier. But he's really, they do chip in quite a bit.
I know.
In their own ways.
He will. Hi, Robbie.
Pretty much, I really enjoyed Andrew playing the guitar.
I bet, Donna.
Andrew is one of my favorite kids, and
You said that out loud?
I said he's one of my favorite kids.
Yeah.
What did I say?
He's one of my favorites.
He's one of my favorite kids.
The favorite. Oh, Dan. Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
I forgot. I just enjoyed having him on. I mean, it was nice. And he's such a sweet kid. Him and Hannah are so sweet. And Jennifer is just too much me. Sean, my dad is actually had a decent day.
He's with his sister again. His sister called and said, meet me. So Andrew went over there for Jennifer.
Really?
And they went last night, but she's like, actually, she called me this time. So they're really.
But Kelly, I'll tell him if he's not on here. Send him a DM. He's on TikTok. Send him one, but send him. Let him know I watch your. I know it's not. I'm not just some scammer. I'm from. I know I watch your dad. I think whatever. He's on TikTok, and it's Mark Salinger 420. I don't know why he picked 420 because he's never dabbled.
Never has dabbled.
Never would. It's not his style, but I think he just randomly picked that number, not realizing what people would think. Victor, for the most part, retired.
Okay, 150, and he'll take another shot. Get to 150. Hold on, I'm getting beckoned. Yeah.
I mean, she looks at the thing. We have 110, and she's all 150. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't say 111. And he'll take another one.
This is all part of the table.
Grandpa's trying to clean the table. Yeah, 200. Make it 200. You guys can get to 200 and give me a little bit of a.
That's why I have that placemat there. So
Valerie, she's. It used to be that I was the one who would do the majority and she'd be catching up, but now it's usually the other way. It's actually not as bad. It's like, I'm close with all my siblings, May, and I think that's the coolest thing. I mean, I talk to Adam probably the least, but at least, once every 2 weeks, once a month, he'll call me. I talk to my brother Dave at least once a week. I talk to my sister 5 times a week, usually see her once or twice. Mark, I see, 3 or 4 times a week, talk to him 10 times a day. I talk to my mom 5 times a day. I'm with my dad all day long. I talk to my nephew. Family is something that my dad has always said is the most important thing. And, not that you ever listen to your dad, but at some point you realize, fuck, my dad was right. You know, in the end, you go through your friends and you've got these different stages of life through ups and downs and lots of money, no money, and then who's there in the, you know, when it's, when there's no money there and there's nothing exciting there, you know, when social media fades away and I can't jump on here and talk to a lot of people and get all the support, who's going to be left? It's going to be my family. It's going to be Mark, you know. It's going to be Alan and Dave and my nephews and my, you know, my mom and dad for as long as they're here. But that's who's going to be there for me if something falls. So Jennifer's the one in law school. She just took a final, I think, Monday. She got another 1 year to go. We're at 130, so 175.
Oh, you change it. He changes it every time.
Well, I mean, you just pick numbers there. Thanks, Holly. And, you know, we take care of my dad the way millions of people around the world do, right? We're nothing special. We just do it. And it should be nothing that catches people's attention. It shouldn't be anything that requires kudos. I think it's just...
Come on, let's go sit over here.
I think it's just...
you want to come sit with us and talk, or do you want to...
PMXK, we don't get any money for tapping, right? Tapping doesn't, you don't get anything except new, they invite new viewers, so it's not a money thing.
Yeah, let's go.
But if it was a money thing, you know, people say, all right, when I get to 8,000 stars or gold bars or whatever the hell it is that they do, that's when you're talking about money. We don't come on here and ask for money.
There's an open.
He says he wants to talk to the people.
What?
He said, I'll talk to the people.
Oh, hi.
You want to talk to the people,
Yeah,
Pop?
yeah, sit him down.
All right,
He's familiar.
all right. Take a seat. This is
Go
new.
sit down. Well, I asked if you wanted TV or to talk. He said,
All
I'll
right.
go. He said randomly, I'll talk to the people.
All right, Pop. We got a lot of people on. We
Well,
got a lot of people, and you know what, Dad?
What?
They all love you more than anybody.
What?
They love you more than anybody, Pop.
Why would they love me?
Just because they do. You're gonna have to accept that. They do. They love you, Pop, because you're lovable, and
They
you
love
have.
you.
No, they love you.
They love you. I'm sitting with you.
Well, ow! They
Oh,
love.
so
They
what's
love me
up?
because I'm with you, Pop. That's the way it is. Come here.
Yeah.
You're the man, Pop. Ow! How are you doing today, Dad?
Eating a big dinner. That's what I'm doing. And Daniel bought it to me.
I know you ate a big dinner, Pop.
A nice big dessert too.
What'd you have for dessert? You remember?
A piece of cake
You had cake for dessert?
and a couple of things, and cookies.
That's pretty good. He had none of that, but he's really blowing us up, you know, like we're good people. Thank you, Pop. We don't have a lot. What did you give him for dessert?
I give
What's
him like
that?
a little chocolate chip Cliff Bar.
Oh, he had a chocolate chip Cliff Bar, which is really a protein bar.
A Z
Because
bar.
we don't have any sweets in the house anymore because somebody can't control themselves. So we can't have sweets in the house anymore. It's just that there's no sweets here. Pop,
He wants Grandpa to
No.
shoot.
the dog came over and wants Grandpa to pet
Well,
him.
he wants to eat dinner. He's eating that thing.
All right.
I want to eat the furniture.
All right, Pop.
Daniel, you want to sit down?
Nope, I'm good.
You okay?
You know, I'm here too, Dad.
What?
That's not, you get him his drink. He doesn't want that.
What is it?
That's an espresso alcohol drink, Pop. You don't want it.
I thought that's what I had.
Now, we'll get you your drink back here, Pop, because it's good that you're reaching for a drink. It's been a long day. I haven't spent a lot of time with my dad today.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. I didn't realize you had to make a special drink for me.
That's not special, Pop. That's your drink.
No.
Don't bark.
I don't bark, Coco. Coco came right over
Well,
to Grandpa.
well, he's got a life he wants to live too.
Yeah, he does, Pop.
His tail's wagging, so
He's-
that's good.
He's hitting Grandpa with his tail. He wants you to pet him on the back. But Coco, I'm the one who does that, Coco.
Got another dog there.
Yeah, that's Baxter, Pop.
What?
That's Baxy. That dog hangs out in your room all day long, looking out the window. Pop, do you know you were helping Mark this weekend with a foot problem?
I hope I did. I don't know if I did. I didn't see it.
You did. He came, you looked at it, you touched it, you asked him a bunch of questions, and now he's feeling better, Pop. You helped Mark with his foot
I'm
problem.
glad about that.
I'm glad about that too, Pop. That was
He's a heavy guy. I mean, he'll pick up heavy weight.
he's a strong guy, not a heavy
And
guy.
he's strong. Well, he still can pick up those heavy weights. All has to be carried with his feet.
Yeah, he's got to carry him with his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. And so I've got to give you the context. Back in the day, like when Mark was young, he was like Arnold Schwarzenegger big. I mean, he was huge. He worked out. He was benching like 500 pounds. He was a monster. And I think that's what my dad is referring to, because he was, he was like a musclehead.
I hope so.
And it saved his life because he was in a mudslide, and he was carried 3 miles in a sea of mud and found.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Pop, Mark was in a mudslide a long time ago, but he's fine today. He's okay today. Do you remember your red Subaru?
Yeah.
Well, he got in the mudslide and he would borrow your car, your red Subaru, the first Subaru you ever had, Pop. And Mark drove it. I think it had a top speed of like 45 miles an hour. But Mark drove it, and driving over the grapevine, he got caught in a mudslide. And it's in the newspapers if you Google it back then, Bakersfield. If you Google that back, it must have been in 1979 or 1980.
Yeah, I don't remember. I had it.
Almost lost his life. And that's one of the reasons that, a lot of people, why is your dad always concerned about Mark? Well, that's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
We almost lost Mark. And I don't know what's going on here. I apologize for this.
Well, because.
I'll get up,
He's
Danielle,
wagging his
go.
tail.
I can't do this with a dog.
No.
Well, then I have to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of things go on in situations like this.
I know, Pop. There's a lot of stuff that goes on.
Well, as long as we all survive it, it'll be okay.
Pop, we're all surviving, and you're doing pretty good. You know how old you are now, Pop?
Pardon me?
You know how old you are today?
How old am I today?
92 years old, Pop.
How do you know that?
Because I know you were born in 1932
That's right.
on March 26.
That's right.
And in about 30 days, you're going to be 93, Pop. You just defy time, Dad. You defy time and you keep going. You're 93 years old. You're going to be 107 years, Pop.
Well, it'll be something.
That will be something, man.
Yeah.
Well,
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good too, myself, Dad. I'm 57. So I'm almost 60.
So what about when the time comes, what are you going to be?
Well, hopefully I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm still 57, Pop.
You what?
I'm 57.
Right now?
Right now.
You're older than me right now.
Well, not
You
really.
will be.
Maybe, Pop, if I catch up to you, but
Whatever.
yeah, all right, Pop.
Do you want to sit down, Danielle?
All right. What else is going on, Pop?
I don't know anything else. Anything going on?
No.
He's
He's asking the boss.
See what's going on.
What's that?
Let me ask you this, Pop. Do you like a Big Mac? You like Big Macs?
Big Mac?
Yeah, a Big Mac from McDonald's.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard that.
How about a quarter pounder?
What?
A quarter pounder from McDonald's.
Did I get something? Did I take that something like that?
No, not today, Pop. Your favorite's Burger King, Dad. You like the Junior Whopper at Burger King.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about
Fast food.
a whole different. You're talking. One is food. And one is sauce. Phenomenal. They're different.
Well, one is food and the others, they're both burgers, Pop. They're both burgers. Yeah.
What's that?
They're both hamburgers. They're just fast food hamburgers, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were good.
They're pretty good.
Oh, how are you doing, Danielle?
I'm good.
You eating okay too?
Yep.
Good.
How are you feeling, Dad?
How am I doing?
How are you feeling?
Normal, no
Yeah.
problem that I can anticipate right now.
All right. Well, on here, Pop, these people love you, Dad, and they're from all over the world, really. And you know that you've been on here, and they know that you are a famous doctor from Sacramento, and so all these people are on here because you're here, Pop. You are a famous man. Did you know that?
Well, they don't know what they're doing. They have nothing else to do. So.
Well, they got lots else to do, but they'd prefer to spend their time with you, Dad, because you're a special person, Dad.
I don't know why I would be special.
It doesn't matter why you are, Dad. You are a special person, and that's why there's so many people. I can't even read the comments anymore because so many people are talking to you, Dad. I'm a very lucky son to have you for a father.
I don't know about that either.
Dad, you are a special person, and I wish you could realize, I mean, there's a lot of people on here, Dad, talking to you here in Sacramento because they know who you are, and it's all over the world, Dad. You didn't know that, right? You didn't know you were that famous all over the world.
No, I don't know that. I'm definitely not that famous. For what reason?
Dad, you are known worldwide.
For what reason?
For being a kind doctor. For being a kind, compassionate human being, Dad. That's literally...
I ate it all.
You ate all the dinner?
Yeah.
Well, we know that you got a good appetite, Pop.
Yeah, well, the dinner was all gone. The dessert from the dinner is all gone.
That's good, Dad. That's very good.
It's good for me. It's good for here, I hope.
Thank you so much for all the gifts over there. Pop, you are doing, I mean...
It's all family.
Yeah, well, you live with family, Pop. That's 2,000 people on here.
Well, we're related to all those people, I don't know, but...
I don't think so, Pop.
We're related to a lot of them, I'll bet that.
You know, 9 degrees of separation, Pop, but these are people all over the world. All right, you want to take him back to the couch?
Yeah.
All right. Pop, I appreciate your hanging out. Unless you want to stay and talk. You want to stay and talk? Or do you want to watch TV?
No, I don't either. It doesn't matter. But it's family, so to me it's all part
Pop,
of the
this
family.
is not family. These are people that you don't know. But they know you because you're famous, Pop.
How I be? I haven't done anything.
You don't remember, but you're a famous man, Pop.
No.
You are.
What am I famous for?
For being Ed Salinger. That's what you're famous for. People know who you are. You are known worldwide, Pop. You are the world's grandpa. People consider you their grandpa.
Well, that's okay. As long as they're happy and healthy, they can do what they want to do. That's good.
Absolutely, Pop. And a lot of people do. They consider you their grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, like a god grandpa, like a godfather, or a godson, or godparent. You're that to a lot of people.
You're in an area of
Pop, I am
formidable eating, but it doesn't come up all the time.
These are communication issues that happen where, you know, he wants to communicate and the right word just doesn't come out. And that is not uncommon, especially at this time of night. But, you know, a lot of times people, when they're going through this, become really agitated and difficult. And my dad, as you see, deals with it in the same way.
Well, a lot of people come now because it's a place they can go to.
Pop, you're doing great.
And the type of people that here that have been pretty intelligent type of people.
Yep, Dad, you impress a lot of people, Pop.
Pardon
me? A lot of people love you, Dad.
I don't know. They don't know what they're loving, but it's all right with me either.
Dad, you know what? You don't have to worry, Pop. They love you just because they love you. And they love you for who you are right now.
That's possible.
It's not only possible, I see why. You know, your humility and your compassion and your love of family are
I do,
really,
yeah, those things are right.
I know you do, Pop. Look at this. I mean, I'm going to read you a couple of things, Dad. Yes, people are giving you all these hearts. You look young. People love you. We love you. How are you doing, Grandpa? Your dad is awesome. That's you. We love you, Pop. We love you. Look at that, Dad.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's all for you, Pop.
Well, that's interesting.
There's 2,000 people that are just talking to you, Dad. They're so excited to talk to you. And there's 290 people over here on YouTube. That's like, 2,300 people that are here talking to you, Dad, because you are a famous man. You don't remember that you're famous, but you are.
What am I famous for?
For being you, for just being the person that you are. Just because of your qualities, Pop. The way that you come across to people. You're out on the internet and people get to watch you and they're drawn to you because there's something special about you. It's just a fact, Dad. You got to embrace it. You are known worldwide.
That's interesting.
Absolutely. All right, you want to watch TV now, Pop?
I don't know how to watch TV. Do you want to watch TV too?
Nope. But
You guys can do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do or what you can't do.
All right.
Whatever, keep you busy and interesting to watch, you do it.
I am the luckiest kid in the world. I really am. I was not, I was a little cranky when I first got on, and at this point, I can barely take my smile away. But Pop, do you want to talk to a bunch of people, or do you want to go watch TV at this point?
No, I just stay just right where you are. You guys use it. And you're right. To be able to use it and communicate with other people in the family or other people in general.
Excuse you, Pop. Excuse you.
Excuse me.
There you go. That was polite, Dad. Thank you for doing that. But yeah, it's really amazing, Dad, that this is real. This is not, I'm not just pulling your leg. You are a famous man, Dad. Your memory makes it difficult for you to comprehend that, but you are a famous man. These people are here because of you. That's why they're here. And it's a lot of people, Pop. Look, all those are different people just coming up talking to you.
Come by here.
Well, YouTube, it's not going by that fast.
There's a lot of people out there.
There's a hell of a lot of people here, Pop.
Danielle's part of them. She's been part of the whole since she's been a little kid.
Yeah, she
a
has.
little baby kid. She's been part of the famous people. That's right. She's young, and that's good for her.
That's good for her, Pop.
Yeah, she'll do fine.
She'll be fine.
For other people to be nice. You've got a good background.
She's got a good background. All right. It is, I think you ought to go watch TV, Pop.
Right.
You're doing great, Dad, but I want you to go watch some TV.
Where is it?
It's
Come on.
Danielle will take you.
Come with me.
Oh,
You did awesome,
my hands all
Pop.
dirty. Okay.
You made a lot of people happy, Pop.
I hope so.
You did. Let me help you out.
All right, Daniel. We're gonna go watch TV, is it?
Yeah, this way.
My hands are dirty.
No, they're not.
They're not dirty. They're sticky.
No, they're just wet from the cup.
Look at this.
I know. It's okay.
I let him stay on a little longer than I normally would because, he's sundowning right now, right? That's what's happening. But what shines through the sundowning is his inner soul. You're looking at a man who's having trouble finding words, and yet you can still feel the love that comes out of his mouth. It's so, I have the goosebumps right now because I would never have even sat him down here, because I know he's sundowning. But even when he's sundowning, it still comes out of him. He's really an amazing man.
He didn't want to leave.
If he was doing a little better, I would have let him stay longer. But it is energy consuming to be on here for him. I know that. Even though you can't really tell, it is consuming when you're watching all the messages go by and you realize you're talking to a lot of people. It is keeps your energy up, and even though he doesn't completely understand it, it is something that tires him. So. He was on, I think, one night for like 40 minutes. And he would have kept going on. Some nights are like that. I got him on tonight, but I think that was was about enough. So I owe you guys a shot. So I'm going to do it. I didn't want to do it in front of my dad. Done. Justin, sundowning are periods, for people that have dementia, sundowning is periods where they experience high confusion and extreme memory loss. And the confusion sometimes, it goes beyond just not being able to remember. It's when, it's like, if you take a computer analogy, you have RAM memory, which is random access memory, and then you have a CPU, which is what tells you what to do. Well, when you're sundowning, his CPU is affected, his central processing, and it's difficulty finding words, processing questions and answering them, and it was slight sundowning. And random access memory is when he just doesn't remember things, right? When it's just memory, but he's working okay, that means the CPU is being fine. When the CPU is on the fritz, it's sundowning.
I was 5 when I met Ed.
I am Pedro's lawyer.
Hi, girly fruit. Hi, Crystal.
He
Thanks,
loves
Joe.
Danielle because Danielle takes care of him. I mean, I know she takes a lot of shit from people, and I even give her shit for the way she acts on social media, but that's her. She can just decide to do that or not. But the shit that she takes for taking care of my dad is totally unwarranted, and you see it, right? He depends on her for everything.
Where are you, man? I don't even see you on the couch here.
I'm here, Pop.
You're not watching TV?
I know. I'm on the computer over here. He definitely. I mean, listen.
Brent, I haven't gone.
She makes his life better, and people that don't see it are missing the point.
Oh, hi, Mama T.
All they hear is the tone, and they don't understand what goes on 24 hours a day. There's a lot more to taking care of someone than just dealing with them when they're repeating themselves or getting up. And the caregivers know it.
Who's responsible for the goatee, y'all? Me.
Whether he likes it or not is yet to be seen. We will find out. But
You think Dan's gonna give him a goatee? No.
dogs.
Strong women do get the judgment, and it's fine. It is what it is. Facebook really. You want another one?
Yeah, it's my first one, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Facebook really
I mean,
helped me even more with the troll accounts.
I couldn't even tell you if I drank one beer, but I'm buzzing from those stupid ball shots. They hit me like, for some reason they get me. Christina, Grandpa was just on about 3 minutes ago, and he's watching TV. He's doing fine. He was just sundowning a little, so I didn't want to keep him on. I didn't want to keep his energy level up.
I get everybody down.
What?
I said balls get everybody.
Please.
Don't look at her. Don't make eye contact. Yeah, there's so many accounts. How did I come around? How did I help decide Grandpa? That was an interesting thing. Dan asked me if I would give it a shot, and I did it. It took me a minute, probably a good year, a year and a half before I was able.
What happened?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Dan's
so
gonna tell you what
it was
happened.
difficult, when Mark had my dad. This is just a little backstory. So Mark, my dad fell, and that was the day I knew he could not live by himself anymore. Mark was recently divorced, and it was the perfect thing, and Mark took him in. And about 6 or 8 months later, we had him for a week. And this is early on. He was much different than that. I mean, really? You gave me that? You poured me another shot.
Just two.
And when we had him for the week, we realized just how difficult it was for Mark to do it by himself. So we started switching off. And I had to ask Danielle. I had to say, I want to bring my dad in halftime.
And what did I say? I gave you a look. I remember that conversation. I thought he was cuckoo. And he said, please. And I said, okay, I'll try it for you. But
It wasn't like that. Please, okay. That's not the way it went. Took a lot of convincing. And, you know, my dad was very good to her mom while she was dying. My dad, whatever he's been in his life, when things are down, that's when he's at his best. And he took care of that woman until her last breath. And he gave 100% to take care of her. And that's what I pointed that out, and I used that as leverage. And then she agreed, and it was still really tough. And then about 6 months into it, you know, and we were dealing with other stuff too, not just my dad. That's when I suggested she start an account. And ever since she started that account, things started to change a little bit, you know, and it's now here we are, you know, almost 3.5 years later.
Dan pushed me into social media. So for all the people in the back who don't like me, you thank Dan.
Yeah, and I did it because I knew that my wife not only would enjoy it, but I knew she'd do well on it. And I knew that would be something that would help make it easier for her to take care of my dad, and make it so that it's something I could do for as long as we can do. As long as his health permits, we will take care of him. And so I pushed her into that. It was the best decision I ever made. And my dad's still here, and he's
it's
thriving.
helped me,
3.5
right?
years
It's
later.
helped me.
And so Danielle's had her whatever from social media, which is the first time, you know, she's always been a wife that, you know, really didn't work and was behind the scenes. And now she found her own voice. Whether I like it or not, she found her own voice. And I credit my dad, right, for all of this. Because without my dad, she wouldn't have done anything. The channel wouldn't have blown up, the whole thing. I have to go back and go, the man in there is responsible for so much in our life, and will be even after he's dead, right? He will have left us a legacy that we never could have built ourselves.
No, and he brought us so many beautiful people into our lives, whether they're here or they've gone or if they've come. We have been so lucky to have a great, and
millions of people have heard my poems because of my dad. Think about that as a writer, you know, and trying to break out into the world, and all of a sudden my dad comes and goes, hey, here's 3 million people that are going to listen to your poems. I can never repay him for what he's done. I could take care of him for the next 20 years, and it would not be enough to repay him for what he's given.
And you're singing.
And he's exploded my singing confidence. I would never have sang in front of people, you know, but I figure if my dad can do it, you know, fuck it, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to just talk. My dad's himself, and people love it. I'm half my dad, so, and the food chronicles, those are my dad's fault too, because most of those in the reality happen, like, after I get up to take care of him, Dad, I get him back to bed, and then I wander into the kitchen every time. So he's a little responsible, probably about 15
Dan has
pounds,
pushed the feet. If people really want to see my feet, Dan said, do it.
I don't care about your feet.
He said
you can do anything you want.
He said anything from the neck down is okay.
I mean, you can do the neck up, but not. You got to pick one or the other. All right, I have another shot sitting here. Why is that sitting there for me?
Well, because that's the rest of the ball.
So that means I will drink in the whole ball?
Majority of the ball. I had a couple sips.
Man.
But I've had a ball.
You know, I had zero alcohol yesterday on my day off.
I'll probably be like a ball and a half in.
Take them both, bud. Take them both, baby. Take them both. You're almost there. You're almost there. Take this other shot and you'll get both balls all right in your mouth. Just take that shot for me.
Dan's all, I'll take the ball in half.
I I mean, they kind of look. The cans look like little balls, or not little balls, big balls.
They're big balls.
I got big balls, and I won't deny.
Well, I had a ball before. I kind of, and then I had
Thank
a
God
couple
we're
sips of
saying
this.
ball instead of gout tonight.
And then I had a sip of this, so I'm probably a ball and a half deep.
What should we get some? Am I going to drink this or
Well,
what's
you're
going on?
almost at 300,000, so.
All right, so at 315,000, I'll drink the last shot.
I saw the big ball. Your next poem should be about
I'm
balls.
saving the balls. She's going to get a ball tonight. It may not be green,
Lisa,
but she's
a
going to get a
ball and a
ball.
half deep yourself.
Now she owes me. I drank one of her balls. So what comes around.
You didn't
what's good
drink.
For the what's good for
You
the,
did
the
not
goose,
drink one of my balls.
or what's good for the gander is good for the goose. Did you know my wife's got balls?
That's right, the biggest balls of them all. The big one. Oh my God. By Adam. A goat.
Sing for
Amanda.
us. Give me a song. I need
No.
inspiration. I need a song. There's 300,000 likes.
You're already at 308, so you're gonna get fucked.
What did I say I'd do with that?
315.
Freebird. I mean, how does that start? I mean, that's a long song. I'm as free as a bird now. Give me a lyric to Freebird to start from. Scratch my memory. Are we past it now?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Just beware. I don't know what's going to happen after this.
If I leave here tomorrow,
Will you still remember me? 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now. That's a great song. Leonard Skinner, for a Southern band, they had some good shit going on. All right, here goes.
oh God, the sounds.
Now that was a little aftershock there.
Aftershock.
Yeah. Freebird's one of my top 5 forever. Stairway, Freebird,
Andrew's gone.
and a couple other songs.
Oh, hi, Shauna.
Turn it up.
No, we can't even blame the farts or the snoring on Andrew tonight. OC will definitely get in trouble with the big ones.
I shot a ball.
Don't even talk
A
about
buzzball. A buzzball. And I don't know if I can finish my beer now. I think I did that much buzzball last time, plus 3 beers, so and that was a rough night.
Look, because your back hurt.
Yeah, my back. Good night. I can't see the name, but we will see you
Bye,
next time.
Dr. V. Free bone.
How you doing, British Columbia?
Hi, Ames.
No, I can no problem, right? It's no problem.
What?
I'm sure that in the day
Backstreet Boys.
I could have dealt with 99% of the viewers right now. I could have sat then and gone shot for shot with them back in the day. Can I date your daughter? Which one, Taylor? Which daughter? It depends on which one. You want to. I can't do that.
No,
I
you can't.
I'm ready to have fun, but
You can't.
I can't do that.
Because somebody's gonna take it the wrong way.
Right? Yeah, you can't. People will take it the wrong way. But I consider my daughter Jennifer to be me. So when I'm ripping on her, it's like self-deprecation. So I can rip on Jennifer.
No, you can't.
Would my daughter date a teacher? I have family teachers.
Which daughter?
I believe that teachers are the most valuable profession in the country, in the world. I think teachers are
It's
the
a
most
whole
valuable
new
people we have. So, and my sister's a
You
teacher,
should be
my
scared.
brother's a teacher. We love teachers.
Oh, thanks, Curly Fruit.
How you doing in Knoxville? Which college is in Knoxville? Is that University of Tennessee?
Yeah, they have a Chattanooga too.
Joe, solidarity bump for being a caregiver, and thank you for
I
doing
went
that.
I went to go to school to be a teacher. Yes.
And did I? You took, yeah, you did go to school to be a teacher. But you want to tell the story about what happened to you when you were substitute teaching at that high school?
No, that was horrible. I think we've shared it before.
I mean,
It scared
you
me.
know,
I didn't
my
wanna go
wife
back.
was like 25, 24, or 23.
23.
And she's teaching, and she comes from some, you know, just lily white high school with just, you know, all bunch of rich people. And then she worked kind of in a, you know, in a mixed neighborhood with a difficult neighborhood. And she was difficult for her, man. She got beat up by the kids. I mean, it's a rough environment out there in some schools. She did that, and she came home one day, and she said, some girl followed me out the car, and I mean, it was scary. I said, well, you're not going to go back there anymore.
No, you made me go back. You said, do not admit defeat. You got to show them. It was like a 3-day assignment.
Keep earning, keep
And
earning.
no.
Oh, that's true. She had a 3-day assignment,
Yeah, it
and
was
so
a
you need
3-day
to go back
assignment,
and
and said
finish
you
it.
go and you finish it and you show them. And guess what? That everybody in that class thanked me. They said, "Girl, we didn't think you were going to show up today," you know, and they were high-fiving me, and then it was fine because they did that. That was you know, and I came home.
They
and
test the subs.
it was a couple of boys that looked
The
like
gold
men.
card. You know, Maria, I'm not going to criticize the gold card idea. I mean, I look at a lot of the ideas that are coming out here, but that is a very nuanced position. I understand where he's coming from. I mean, how many people can afford to spend $5 million to get citizenship somewhere? It's going to be so small and insignificant, it's not really even worth talking about. I mean, it's that fine. You know, if you sell
Get it,
1,000
Brody.
$5 million citizenship cards, other countries do that with different amounts of money. It's not something that is, you know, totally crazy and unprecedented. You know, Italy, if you want to move to Italy, if you got $500,000, you can and invest it, you can get citizenship there. It's not my personal, you know, I think immigration is incredibly important to this country. And I think we depend on it. We depend on new people coming in here and bringing us their intelligence and their culture and everything else that America has come to be known for. And so I'm a very pro-immigration person. I'm just anti-illegal immigration. But I mean, you know, for instance, if you want to, California has the most undocumented citizens of any state. And they provide so much to this state. People don't realize how much they do. And they pay into the tax base, you know, and they don't take out of the tax base. They pay into Social Security, but don't take it out. I am not at all you know, I want immigration to be legal, and I don't think people should come here illegally, but I'm not at all somebody who doesn't recognize the importance of immigration, not only today, but in the history of this country. We are a country of immigrants. That's what we are. And, you know, while you can't have 1 million people, you know, pop in at one time, you have to do it, you know, regulate them in and absorb them into the economy, and, you know, so they don't overload services that people are having. But they are incredibly important, and I think that we are just losing sight of that. Legal immigrants are the lifeblood of this country, and you know, and different, you know, California provides most of the food for this country, right? We provide here in California most of the food, and I'm sorry to tell you, but most of that food is picked by undocumented workers. And they're serving you every day in conditions that you or your children or your grandchildren wouldn't put up with, and they do it, and I see it. I can drive 50 miles and drive right through it, where they're out there picking, and I see the houses, and I know what they're doing, and I know that's what I see at the supermarket. You know, it's hard. You go to the supermarket and you just buy your apples and your oranges and your walnuts and your peanuts or whatever, and you don't realize how they got from there to the supermarket for you to buy them so cheaply. You know, and that's the reality of it. And I'm not talking politics, I'm talking humanity at this point.
Hi, Cindy. Thanks, Beach Bum. Thanks, Titan.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know how
It is
many
the French.
Elon Musks we need here. You know, one or two or three. You know, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. You know, we don't. I don't know how much.
Yeah, you're opening.
And we absolutely do
opening-
need to pay our citizens
Yeah,
a fair wage.
you're
These
opening-
are not. This is not political, and I'm not coming down on either side or the other. I'm coming down on the side of humanity, and I will always come down
Yes.
on the side of
Chalk
humanity.
teas, Linda, is good. I had that last night. Yeah.
And Nikki, absolutely, two totally separate issues, right? I mean, you know, removing criminals from this country that are here illegally. I'll help
Good
you.
for you,
I'll
Chris.
drive the car. I'll fly the plane. You may not
Yes,
make it, but
Anthony.
I'll fly the plane. But you know, people like, you know, that are providing services that people here don't want to do. That's a different story to me. What is a buzzball? It's a product from some company.
It's a woman-owned company.
A woman-owned company.
I always have
And
to
they
put that out there.
funny that women are selling balls, but
Of course they are. They know how to do it. Buzzball.
tattoo the plane. Welcome to Fantasy
They had the
Island.
cleanse.
I am flying, and she gave me the ball, so I'm sorry. I might become a little bit. You know, you might see a little personal stuff come out of me tonight, but that is the way I feel, and I'm watching everything that's happening, and I'm not judging. I'm just watching right now, and I think people need to be careful about. You know, let's remember that it's the people that are important. It's the people.
Do you need a podium?
A what?
A podium?
I have a podium right here. My dad gave it to me.
All right. Well, do you want a microphone? I have one outside.
I don't need a microphone.
All right. Just.
I still have the Porsche. I'm never getting rid of that. I'm never getting rid of that Porsche.
You should not mix beer and Buzzball.
California is an independent country. I'm a United States. I love America. And California's part of it, as is Arkansas and Missouri. And the thing about, you know, you look at California's blue and Missouri's red. Well, I went to D.C. and I met a lot of people from Missouri that had different political views than me. And you know what? We got along just great. And those people I would invite to my, to my birthday party. I love Americans, and it doesn't really matter. I love good people. It doesn't matter who they chose to vote for. And I would have those discussions with them, but you know, I'm not a red or blue person.
That's so funny.
Do I know what a skid ball is? Is that something I'm not
I
supposed
don't
to say?
know, but just don't say it. When you ask a question like that and you see words you can't pronounce.
I don't
just
know
don't
what
say
it is. IDK, bully, whatever. It wants me to say something. I'm sure that it's some horrible thing.
Bye, Brian. Love ya.
The Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico versus the Gulf of America. I mean, I know what either of them are. And, I mean, I'm not somebody who, you know, it wouldn't be my first act as president is changing the name of Gulf of America or Gulf of Mexico, but whatever. I mean, you know, we got Baja California, right? That's Mexico, and it's California. Gulf of America. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. I'll respond to either of them. It really is. It is a Gulf of America, I guess. Technically, you know, you've got the United States and you've got Mexico, and they're both America. But you know, it is to me. It's like the Washington Redskins. They're always going to be the Washington Redskins in my mind, even if they're, what are they now, the Generals or whatever they are. You know, both of them are fine. That stuff doesn't bother me.
Are they the Commanders?
The names either way. I don't really care about names. I care more about actions and people, the way you treat people. I don't care what you call things.
Commanders.
The Commanders. The Gulf of Mexico, America. I call it whatever you want. I don't care. Have another ball. Do I want to sing? Yeah, I do want to sing. Oh, say, can you see?
Oh no.
By the dawn, I can't get copyrighted for this. By the dawn's
Yes, you can.
early.
Why can't you?
Because the guy who wrote it's been dead for 200 years. He's not going to come out of his grave and sue me for a copyright violation. And I don't think anybody owns that song. It is, everything's about perspective, Carlos. You're absolutely right.
Gracie, just email me.
I mean, the Redskins is I'm not saying it's not a name that is offensive to people, and I don't care that
It
they
should be
changed
the Gulf
name.
of Margaritaville.
I'm saying it doesn't, I'm
I like
fine
that.
with changing it. I'm fine with keeping it. If it offends people, I'm fine changing it. You know, it's not like I'm like, oh fuck.
Okay.
When I grew up, they were the Washington Redskins. I refused to call them anything else. If it is offensive to people, no problem. I mean, it's not worth it to argue over things like that. There's so much more that's important in this world than, you know, people that, whether they have food on their plates, a lot more important than what we call the Washington football team. Family is fine.
Con law.
Hmm?
Con law.
What about it? Oh, she had con law?
Yeah, that was the one she really enjoys. She got an A on her midterm yesterday.
You're kidding.
Yeah, she just said that.
Oh, congratulations. Tell her I said congratulations. Say your dad says that's awesome. He got an A on his con law too.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, that's good, Jennifer. That's good. Aunt Jemima. I don't know enough about, you know, the name Jemima, but you know, Uncle Ben's, Aunt Jemima, there's a history, and again, I enjoy, you know, pouring a little Aunt Jemima on my pancakes, but if it is offensive to anybody, fine, I'll pour Aunt Jamie on my frickin' pancakes. I don't care. If it's offensive, I don't want to hear things that are offensive to me. So Jill or whoever's coming from Ireland, where are you coming in the United States? What school are you going to study at? Do I work? I work a lot, party folk. I do work a lot.
With Andrew. He said, I remember when I aced the Constitution test in 8th grade.
Andrew, it's on. They're talking on the family chat. So Jennifer's, I got an A. She's bragging, and Andrew comes out and goes, well, I got an A in 8th grade constitutional too. Nothing special, Jennifer. You think you're so cool because you're in law school.
Well, she was stressed about this midterm because she really enjoys this class. She's really finding her niche right now. And she's really enjoying it, but it's really hard. And so she didn't think she was going to do that. So that was a big surprise for her.
Yeah. How you doing in Alberta?
I know, Gidgety. I have my own.
Joe,
Perspectives on that
congratulations.
stuff, too.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
Because, you know, people don't grow up and you don't get science intuitively. So that was your doing. That's awesome that you got 4 people. Even if it's only 4 people,
I enjoy
they
the
get
kids
it.
bantering.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you got most of the class. Good
Almost-
night, Rusty.
almost
Go America.
3:55. There's no
I'm
more
as
balls.
pro-American as you can get. Nikki, that is an understatement. And I'm not going to go into it, but that, you know, when people talk about things like the Gulf of Mexico, I am way more in tune
You would,
with
Erica.
what's happening in the Supreme Court and what's going on with our laws and the Constitution than you know, the name of a bodyguard.
Yes. Email me, Grace. Email me, Slick. No, he's watching TV. Yeah, he would. And he's really good with people and under like critical situations. Andrew is like so good.
Andrew's an amazing, you know, he's the guy who people call if they're drunk at 2 a.m. and he's in bed.
And he'll get up.
And he'll get up and drive them home because he knows his dad would appreciate that. And he's done that for so many people. He's been the
Yes,
designated
amen.
driver. He knows that there's no such thing as drunk driving in this family.
Siblings of his best friend call him and be like, dude, I need a ride. He'll get up in the morning and
The
take
Irish, the Glavins.
His best friend's brother. Dude, I need a ride. I don't want to walk to school. He'll get up and he'll do it.
UCD and Iron, congratulations.
He is the baby. Yeah. You did Warrior soft slides?
Now, UCD and Jill, you're not coming to Davis, are you? Are you doing something with Davis from Ireland? Or is UCD in Ireland?
UCD's on strike right now.
Well, UC is on strike.
He is a precious kid. He's really good.
He's a great kid. I'm over the moon about my kids. My dad is not too worried about Mark's foot. I had a video where my dad was practicing medicine on my brother Mark. It was great. I mean,
My middle, Patricia, is not either. My oldest is, yes.
Oh, I'm hungry. I don't know what I'm eating.
Oh my gosh, we had 71 today.
Yeah, UCD is probably in Dublin. That's true. University of something Dublin.
Hi, in Wickensburg, Arizona.
Oh, got you. In Minnesota, and you're currently doing a semester at University something of Dublin. That's awesome. A little international. You'll have an advantage because if you go in, especially if you go into international law. Someone was at UCD yesterday. Yes, that's Davis. It's just down the street from us.
I had some chicken from last night.
That's where my oldest brother Dave did his undergrad. Was at Davis. My dad is not in bed. He's still up. University College Dublin. Thank you so much.
He goes to bed like closer to 8 now, which means time's getting ready to change. It's going to be 9.
Yeah, he's staying up later because he dozes during the day a lot, and so that means he's up at night.
Well, he's up
which
all
means
night
we're up
long.
at night. We have 3 kids. All right, so are you ready to eat?
Yeah, we can be.
All right, guys, thanks I appreciate you so much. Oh, really? You're Joe and a DA in Alameda County? I mean, it's funny. I've done defense in Alameda County a couple of times, and UC Davis is like McGeorge and UC Davis are close, and I considered transferring to Davis after a year at McGeorge, but then they gave me a full scholarship, so I stayed.
Anyway.
But guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. We'll see you on Friday.